So your experience in the Delta from your childhood through your college years.
Right. I had a wonderful childhood growing up in the Delta. My parents and my family moved here in 1957, and we lived just down the street on 7th Avenue for my entire life until I moved away after college. It was an idyllic type of community and neighborhood. Delta State was a small college in those days, about 500 students probably. We ate Sunday dinner at the noon hour in the cafeteria, which is where the Union is today, after church. It was a very small community. Everybody knew everyone. My parents, as part of the faculty here, were very engaged on the university campus, and I grew up just with green and white all around me. I always went to the ball games, basketball games in Whitfield Gym, football games at the old stadium where the alumni house is now, basically. And just had a wonderful childhood here. Learned to swim in a college pool. Had a lot of friends here, and Delta State was 6 blocks from my house, but it was really where I grew up in many, many ways. It was a great way to grow up in a college town as what we sometimes describe as a faculty brat. I was one of those. Just had a great time. It was almost a Norman Rockwell upbringing. Things were quiet and peaceful, and our doors were unlocked, and we never took the keys out of our cars, and everything was very quiet and peaceful, and I had great friends here. And then I came to Delta State, and when I did, I absorbed it overnight, became totally immersed in it. I was playing freshman baseball and basketball, and pledging a fraternity, and taking 18 or 19 hours of coursework, undeclared as a major at that point, not sure what I wanted to do, but certainly something in liberal arts. Just had a great time on campus. My 4 years were outstanding, and I'm fond of saying that I came of age between 18 and 20, as many people do. Learned a lot about myself, learned a lot of skills here. I was fortunate to be involved with a lot of great organizations, student government being one of those. I won a student government election by 1 vote. It taught me a lot about politics early on. Several primaries to get to the final election. Was very involved with my social organization, my fraternity on campus, which led to a lifelong affiliation and volunteer role that I've had in that organization. Learned to love academics, focused primarily in history, and philosophy was my minor, history was my major, and a lot of political science and English along the way. I was involved in the honors program, and was, just as a matter of timing, fortunate to be the charter president of the ODK Circle here, the Leadership Honorary. So I had a wonderful, wonderful 4 years here. Very impressionable time, ready to go for my graduate years and career. And when I left here, I took with me a lot of great memories, and certainly the relationship with professors and staff on campus. There were dozens of people who had great influence on me, and I wrote some of them back as a young graduate. Felt the need to write back and thank them for that. And sometimes I run into some of those people, and they'll thank me for writing them about that. But they were very important mentors to me at that time in my life. Delta State, as a family, to me, was a place to come back often. So I would come back to homecoming. I was president of the Alumni Association. I was on the foundation board, involved with a lot of things. Came back and lectured from time to time. Different opportunities arose. So it's been a great lifelong experience with the green and white. And along the way, candidly, I had no idea that I would ever wind up being in this position. The last few years, it seemed like that might be something important to think about, so I did. And when it became right for my family and my career, I decided to make the jump. So here I am.
In your future plans and your vision, growth and success of the university and the community?
They are both so important. Our primary mission at Delta State is to educate students, and we have a real mixed bag of challenges there, because we have to educate students on the front end who are first-generation college students who sometimes are not prepared to come to school here. And so I have a vision of being able to increase our ability to do that well. That's a charge we have. It's a tough, tough task, taking students who really aren't ready for college and turning them into college students on the bottom end. In the middle and the top end, we have students who are excellent, who have great test scores and come here to study and are serious academics, and we need to be able to offer them top quality programming. So we have a dual mission and role that sometimes seems to be at odds with each other, and we've got to figure out that balance. So part of my vision is to find that equilibrium between the two, how we can deliver those services in good way with scarce resources along the way and get a handle on our budget. I see a day when this campus is alive with students bustling, where we have an overage problem with our resident halls. We have the numbers here that will support a budget where we can allow for our faculty and staff to enjoy the compensation increases that they so much deserve. It's been a long time coming. We can't do anything until we improve our budget situation, and that means new students, basically. And we're fighting an incredibly tough market competition out there for new students today throughout the state. And we're rolling out a strategy this week in dealing with recruitment and enrollment management that I think is going to electrify the campus. And I'll be making the announcement on Friday at the convocation State of the University address. My vision, I think, is that we become a university where we have a lot of respect among our peers. We are an attractive option for higher education for students who really want to go into the special fields that we have here, but also for that student who's coming just to get a basic college education. We've got to be able to offer all of those, and certainly highlight our specialties and be able to say to the world, as we do through example, that we have an excellent art program here, that we have a music program, both our music department and our Delta Music Institute, that we have a wonderful aviation program that is so unique that we have none other in the state. Programs that really showcase the university in many, many ways. And I think we really need to be about quality and high standards and excellence. And those are my goals, those are my visions. How to get there, the strategies we develop are the details that are very important. And that's where our leadership team on campus, yet everyone throughout the faculty and the student body, our staff, are all going to be charged with helping us get there. And if we all do that, I see a university where we are a bastion of academic and scholarly excellence in the Delta, where we are an oasis for this entire area that is so impoverished, where students need a place to come and know that they have a cloistered area where they can become a student in the true sense, that we can be a university with a Greek and Roman forum concept of being able to discuss issues openly and bring in great resources and talk among ourselves in such a great way that we become a university of some national distinction despite being regional and publicly funded in Mississippi. We have a lot of challenges, but I'm fond of saying our opportunities greatly outweigh those challenges. So I have a great amount of optimism in the vision I have for this university.